Hello everyone. Wowee, what a year it's been. Um, I thought I better do a video to close off this year the right way for me, for what it means for me. And that is to front up and actually do a share on social media, what the last 3-4 months for me has been like. Some may have noticed that I've changed. There's been times where I haven't been on Facebook, and for me, I felt that I have changed my sort of habits when it comes to social media. And first things first, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for everything that happened in the year of 2023. Funny, going back to the start of the year, I was looking forward to going to Kopu in February for my birthday, because generally every year for me, that's my new year. I celebrate it from Feb to Feb. And I remember having the anticipation when the new year happened and just kind of, beelining it to Kopu. That was my sort of, trajectory, my vision, because I had a feeling that once I had that experience for my birthday, and, be initiated, I had this whole plan, as you do as a human, like that, oh, this is what's going to happen, Leigh's going to clarify this for me, blah, blah, blah. I kid you not, nothing that I can't even remember what I had thought the year was going to look like. But everything that happened, I took the risks, I took the chances, and I'm so grateful that I did, because for me, I feel that this was the biggest year, biggest transformative year for me ever since I've started deconditioning. And one of the big pinnacle, sort of moments in my journey, in my story, is the art of being human. Because when I started this journey, and you have these epiphanies, and you have all these awakenings and all these synchronicities, and you get acquainted with soul tribe members, you meet people you resonate with, all in all of that, when all of that happened, any reading or anything I had, people told me how divine I am and how powerful I am and all of that. And what happened for me is that when I found all of this out about me, there was an aspect of me that was like, well, hang on a minute. Okay, so I'm this divine being, and you're telling me that I have to go out there and live in the turmoil or the chaos, or like whatever you want to call it, right? I was just like, what? And a big thing for me was like, I'm this divine being, so this is punishment, like, what the fuck, right? And within my right, I am very rightfully so allowed to ask that, because the other aspect of what I went through was that there was this almost like a pedestaling and a hierarchy that automatically was created in my psyche, which I didn't even know in the background. And these are things that people don't talk about. So anyway, this was a really real thing for me. And anyway, I went to my first ever group event in February at the Kopu Temple. Then I did my second ever group journey, leaving home and actually going in ceremony with other people, and that was in Pureora, 22nd of September, and that blew open for me a lot of the misalignments that was in my life. So when I came back, there was this profound anchoring of this guidance that I won't get into. But what I had to do was that this guidance was so strong, and it's from me, I know that there was no way that even if I tried to go against it, it would have been stupid for me to do, right? So it was very crunchy, because it was with the closest people that were in the field with me at the time, in my field. So there was back to back, there was two people that were really close to me that I was guided, and I was shown what it is and why it is. And then my human had to go through that process of being human and being here in presence fully, and actually going through these motions and creating those boundaries for myself. So almost like I was being schooled, and I am being schooled and initiated into being that divine human. And it was really profound for me, because when this started happening, like the whiplash from, like, say, for example, in the past, if I would say something, to someone that was close to me, and their reaction would really get to me. Like, even if I knew that they were in the wrong, or, I did what was best for me, there were certain aspects that would still, sort of churn on that. And what happened after pureora is that like anything that was in misalignment, and I took the guidance and took the aligned action, I did not have any emotional lag hanging in my body. And that's when I was like, whoa, this is cool. So I'm going to carry on doing what I do. But with that came the initiation into building that inner stamina for my human, and how to be able to function out in the society, in this human world, because I know I'm here for a reason. I'm here to do big things. But in order for me to be able to be the divine human, and in here, in this now time, I have to be in position. I have to have that inner sanctum ready. And, there's a lot more aspects to the journeys that I've done. But this is why, I started questioning spirituality. And very recently, I've received my answers. And so the next year of 2024 is going to be off the charts. The only thing that I would like to share with everyone is that it's time to utilize our resources. It's time to take advantage of what comes our way, to set ourselves up for the future, not for the good of the collective. Set yourself up first, so you've got that inner sanctum, that sanctuary for yourself to retreat to when shit hits the fan, or when it gets too bad for you, when you can't handle. So if you've got that inner sanctum organized, you'll be able to handle anything, right? And the whole thing about being here and being the divine human is that it doesn't mean that you're happy and everything's hunky-dory every time. What it means, and what true sovereignty means, is when anything comes at you, you know what to do. You're not there trying to call a coach or a mentor, or you're not going to phone a friend to go, uh-oh. Or when someone's coming at you right in your face, you can't just go, oh, hang on a minute, I've just got to refer back to my booklet, or what tools that I've got in my belt, right? Because it's getting to that point where you've got to be. And my biggest lesson and biggest cultivation for this year has been inner peace. And I didn't even know I was striving for inner peace. And, I didn't even know that I was going to be this happy and this content at the amount of loss I've had this year. But the thing is that with it has brought a lot of celebrations, a lot of alignments. And yes, I've shed tears, I've let go of relationships that meant a fuck ton to me at the time. And I've had to let them go without explaining my side of the story. I've had to learn to know that I don't actually have to tell that person why I did what I did. As long as I'm anchored in my divinity, in what is best for me, I can hold that pole at whatever comes at me. If someone questions me, if someone wants to know something, and this is what I've been guided by myself to do for the future, to lead by example, by being who I am. And metaphysical side aside, like, I'm very magical and I'm finally accepting that. But the biggest gift that used to be my biggest trigger has become the biggest gift that I'm ready to share with the collective. But I'm ready to have this inner peace on my daily, and I'm so grateful for that. And I'm so grateful for all the beings in my story. And I know that being in this human experience, there are times where People have said things to me, I've said things to them, or I've done things, they've done things to me. And there are times where I don't know that I've hurt them or I've triggered them, or that, even the joke that I made wasn't a joke to them, because I've been on the receiving end where something that has literally like had me in a tears, rationally to everyone out there it's small, but to me it means big. So if anyone out there I have triggered or hurt or anything in this year, I just want to say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, and I thank you. And be well, and I hope that everyone gets what they deserve, to what their calling is, and to have gratitude and to be in the now no matter what happens. Thank you, thank you, thank you.